Did you know that the energy the sun supplies to the Earth for just 1 hour could cover all of the world's energy requirements for a whole year? In fact, the energy being radiated to the Earth from that enormous fusion reactor 93 million miles away is roughly equal to what's required for the survival of the entire human civilization. Without a doubt, the sun's a powerful energy source, and while humans are only able to capture a small portion of this energy, harnessing it by putting up solar panels can have a big impact on the globe. So why aren't we exploiting this abundant, renewable energy source to meet all of humanity's energy needs? The reason for this is that there hasn't been effective technology to take advantage of this vast resource, at least not until recently. Researchers have recently discovered a material known as perovskites, which is regarded as the holy grail of solar energy. Just picture a solar panel that is so light it can sit atop a soap bubble. That's exactly what this is. Let's take a look at everything you need to know about the world's fastest improving new solar technology. Prepare to be thoroughly impressed. Solar energy is the most abundant source of energy in the entire world, with around 173,000 terawatts of it striking the globe continuously. That's roughly 10,000 times as much energy as is needed to run the entire planet. In 1950, the first silicon solar cell, the forerunner of all solar-powered devices, was created. Since that time, there have been relatively few advancements in solar technology. However, it's still a massive business, and solar cell technology has increased in importance as a sustainable energy source in recent years. Did you know that only 2% of the world's electricity is presently generated with solar energy? And solar panels made of crystalline silicon, which is the most common material, account for 90% of that. But even though the figure's only 2%, the solar business has advanced significantly in the past few years. Solar technology's made some truly incredible strides, with solar cell efficiency reaching a 31.6% conversion rate from solar energy to electric current. This tremendous advancement, which represents an increase from the previous 24.4%, has the potential to revolutionize solar power generation and result in the adoption of renewable electricity in every home. Longer-lasting solar cells, flexible solar cells that can be printed, solar panels that follow the sun's path from east to west all day, and solar plants that can operate at night are just a few of the most recent innovations and improvements in solar technology. Although it's long been condemned for being too expensive or ineffective, solar energy's recently proved to be quite advantageous, both for the environment and the private economy. The most important advantage of solar energy is that it is a completely renewable energy source. It's accessible every day and is able to be used everywhere in the world. And most importantly, unlike certain other energy sources, it cannot run out. It'll be available as long as the sun exists. And scientists predict the sun will die in about 5 billion years. So let's just say it'll be available to humans for a very, very long time. Now, solar energy is becoming the primary source of electricity for an increasing number of households, thanks to grants for solar panels that are readily available as well as the market's fiercely competitive prices. In recent years, the technology's substantially advanced and been supplemented by solar battery storage devices, transforming solar into a significantly more efficient source of clean energy. Solar cells now have significantly better dependability, efficiency, affordability, and durability. But frankly speaking, the technology is still too expensive and inefficient for practical, large-scale solar energy advancements that could power the entire planet. Depending on factors including positioning, orientation, weather, and similar conditions, solar panels can only convert 15 to 25% of solar energy into useful energy. However, we must improve the efficiency of solar technology if we wish to use solar energy as our main source and fulfill the demand on a worldwide scale. And this is why scientists are constantly coming up with new strategies to boost solar cell efficiency, since it still hasn't realized its full potential. Now, here's the good news. The new Solar 3.0 technology might just be the solution to all these shortcomings. There are 2 different kinds of solar cells that gather photons from sunshine and use those photons to initiate electrochemical processes that generate electricity. We have wafer cells made of crystalline silicon, which are used in countless solar panels. The other kind is a thin film cell that uses perovskites. What are perovskite solar cells? Let's start with a simple definition. Perovskite solar cells are thin film devices built with layers of materials, either printed or coated from liquid inks or vacuum deposited. The term perovskite material generally refers to substances with the same crystal structure as calcium titanate. Scientists learned they could create their own material with the same or similar qualities by following the same arrangement. Lead iodide and other metal halide salts, such as organic salts, are examples of materials that can be used to make perovskites. Then, in order to function as semiconductors, they're rolled into a thin film. The crystal structure of perovskite was initially identified in the naturally occurring mineral calcium titanium oxide. However, the perovskites used in solar cells don't need to be extracted from the soil. A substrate consisting of glass, metal, or plastic serves as the substrate for the thin film cells, which are constructed from layers of photovoltaic materials. The materials used in these substrates are frequently more adaptable and flexible. Materials such as methylammonium lead halides and entirely inorganic cesium lead halides are used to create perovskites. In comparison to silicon-based solar cells, they offer the advantage of being easier and less expensive to manufacture. Perovskite PV cells have improved quickly over the past 5 years, and in small area lab devices, they've nearly outperformed all thin film technologies, aside from 3V technologies, in terms of power conversion efficiency. These cells can boost solar energy conversion by up to 24%, while retaining 87% of its original output capability after 2,400 hours of operation at 55 degrees Celsius. So, instead of wasting energy as heat, they channel it to produce more electricity. Currently, perovskites are the frontrunner in the race to revolutionize solar energy. Consider the possibilities if solar panels had a power-to-weight performance that was 100 times better than that of traditional silicon panels. A solar substance that's so abundant that it could be painted on buildings. In a number of situations where typical silicon cells are too heavy and inflexible, these flexible, lightweight, highly efficient cells could be used. Now, what else is so special about these? Firstly, the distinct electrical and obstacle features of the perovskite material are what give perovskite solar cells their high PCE. The halide ion's chemical makeup can be altered to adjust the three-dimensional lattice of the perovskite structure. Due to this tunability, perovskite's optical and electrical characteristics can be optimized for the conversion of solar energy. Also, this new technology has higher productivity and cheaper production costs. A silicon solar panel costs about $4.20 per kilowatt hour, but perovskite solar cells cut the cost by 65 cents per kilowatt hour. Researchers also claim that it's possible to produce perovskite modules for just 25 cents per square foot. In comparison, the price to produce a crystalline silicon panel is $2.50 per square foot. Perovskite solar cells are, to put it simply, less expensive than silicon solar cells. As opposed to silicon solar cells, which cost 75 cents per watt, it's anticipated that peak power will only cost 10 to 20 cents. It's incredible what has and can be accomplished with this. With this breakthrough technology, Elon Musk's aim of solving climate challenges with clean, renewable energy may just be a step away. According to him, the United States could be entirely powered by solar energy with just 100 miles by 100 miles of solar panels. Musk also believes that the world needs around 51.4 billion 350-watt solar panels to be powered. This means that we need 115,625 square miles of land to accommodate all of those solar panels, which is only 3.25% of the total land area of the United States of America. So when can we expect to see perovskite solar panels integrated into a household solar energy system? Probably sooner than you think. After all of this, it's realistic to assume that solar energy will be the main source of home power within the next 20 years. Or do you think these advancements would come about sooner? Let us know what you think in the comments. See you next time!